Guru Nanak was moving around in the place called Punjab, and Guru Nanak had already become known in that particular area for his spiritual teachings. One day the local king came to know that Guru Nanak had come to his kingdom, and the king asked Guru Nanak to come to the court. And king's soldiers went all the way to Guru Nanak and told him king is calling him to the court. So Guru Nanak came to the king's court. King asked him, I have come to know that you are a great saint, and I have come to know that you do a lot of spiritual teachings. I am the king here, and I can do whatever help you want me to do. I can favor you that way. Ask me whatever you want. Guru Nanak said, my dear king, I am a mendicant, I am a monk, and I keep wandering around. I am a wanderer. I have no such wantings or desires or needs. If you allow me to go, I will go. Now, king's ego was hurt. King said, I am the king here, and I am saying that I am powerful. I am saying that I have enough wealth. Whatever you want, I can fulfill. You will have to ask me something, because it is the matter of my prestige now. Again, Guru Nanak told, my dear king, I have not come here to hurt your ego. You only summoned me to come, that is why I have come. Otherwise, I would be simply wandering everywhere. Leave me for myself. I don't want anything from you. I will simply go away. Now the king was really hurt in the court, and his ego was at a high state. King said, I am telling you that I am the king of this land. You have come to my kingdom. Now I am telling you that you have to ask something from me. Otherwise I will not leave you. Okay, Guru Nanak thought, if this is the case, let me ask. Guru Nanak said, I have already told you that I am a monk and a wanderer. I keep moving around. I have this particular sack, which is an old sack, and I keep on stitching this particular sack using a needle. But right now my sack is intact. I don't require to stitch any portion of it. That needle I have with me, sometimes it pricks me. So I am taking out this needle. Keep this needle with you. King said, I am a king and you are asking me to keep your needle with me. Now Guru Nanak said, my dear king, I had told you to simply leave me so that I will go. You are forcing me that I should ask something. I should ask some favor from you. Now, as I don't want any other favor, as this needle is pricking me regularly, I am telling you to keep this needle with you. That's all? King asked. Yes, that's all. I don't want anything else. Now king said, okay, give that needle. I'll keep it with me. And Guru Nanak handed over the needle. King took it. Guru Nanak said, whenever I want that needle back, whenever I want to stitch my sack once again, I'll come back and I'll ask the needle from you. Until then, you keep the needle safely. King said, okay. And Guru Nanak went away. King told to the storekeeper, be careful, this is Guru Nanak's needle. Whenever he comes back, he is going to demand for that particular needle only. If at all you give some other needle, he may recognize that it is not his needle. He may demand his particular needle only. So keep it very safe. And the storekeeper kept it very safe. After a few days, king kept on thinking whether the storekeeper has kept the needle safely or not. The king went to the store and physically checked that the storekeeper had kept the needle of Guru Nanak very safely. Now, every day, king had a particular fear. What if that small needle falls anywhere? In a big store, if that small needle falls anywhere, in a big store, there are so many other items. If this needle falls anywhere, and if at all at that time Guru Nanak comes and asks for the needle, what to do? So every day, king's worry was that whether the needle is intact or not. Daily he used to go to the storeroom and check that needle is there. And this went on for few months, and king lost its peace of mind. King was always thinking when Guru Nanak will come back and when he will take the needle back. Because king was not at peace now. He was always under tension. What if the needle is lost? And what if Guru Nanak comes on the same day? After a few months, somebody told that Guru Nanak is wandering somewhere there in the kingdom. Immediately, king sent his soldiers to bring Guru Nanak to the court. And soldiers went, told Guru Nanak that king is once again asking you to come to the court. When Guru Nanak came back to the court, king asked Guru Nanak, when are you going to take the needle back? Now Guru Nanak said, my sack is still intact. It is not torn, so there is no necessity for stitching my sack. It is still intact. Whenever my sack is torn, I am going to come back and ask you. Now king said, please take your needle back. Guru Nanak said, why? Then king said, because you have given the needle to me and I am thinking of that needle, anytime if the needle is lost, I will not be able to give back the same needle to you. It is better that you keep the needle back with you. Guru Nanak said, as this sack is still intact, as I don't have any necessity of stitching it, let the needle be with you only. Whenever this sack is torn, I will come back to you and I will take it. Again, king asked, what if something else happens? What if something else happens? I don't get proper sleep when are you going to take this needle? Always I am thinking about your particular needle. And when are you taking it back? Now Guru Nanak said, my dear king, don't worry. If at all I die, I will go to heaven. If at all you die, you are coming to heaven now. Whenever you come to heaven, return that needle back to me. Now king said, how is it possible? How is it possible that can I take this needle to heaven? Then Guru Nanak said, you only told that you are the king of this land. You only told that you have enough power. You only have told that you can do impossible things. You can do whatever you want to do. Why can't you take my small needle all the way to heaven? The king's arrogance completely vanished. King came down from the throne and touched the feet of Guru Nanak and apologized that please forgive me. I was in such a high state of arrogance that I did not understand that you are a holy man. I kept on thinking that you teach something called spirituality. I never try to understand that I cannot take anything which is there on this earth. This is a great story, my dear friends. This is a real story happened in the place of Punjab. Guru Nanak was the first guru in the Sikh faith system, and Guru Gobind Singh was the last guru. I am going to tell the story of Guru Gobind Singh in my next presentation. Wait until then. So when the body dies, nothing can be taken along. Hence you need not take this life very seriously. Nothing can be taken along.